So first off, just introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about yourself.
My name is Robyn Red. I'm an 18-year-old singer-songwriter based just outside of Glasgow in Scotland. Um, yeah, that's me.
Who was it that got you interested in music and writing your own?
The person who got me interested in music was my brother. Um, he used to do piano. He started off doing guitar lessons, um, and then he moved to piano. And I used to go and pick him up with my mum, and I always pressed on the piano keys, and I always got into trouble for it. But I then started going and taking keyboard lessons because I wanted to be just like my brother. But yeah, I've stopped my keyboard lessons, but I can still play the keyboard. But I do prefer my guitar better.
That's what it's always the way you get into music, I suppose, just tinkering and finding your own two feet.
Mm.
So your first song was Like a Bullet. How did that come about?
This was the first song that I'd ever written, so it was a guy that does open mics, Mick Cargan, um, who said that he would help me out. And we I sent him over this story of it was me and one of my best friends who we didn't really talk at that time. Um and the song is about her, and yeah, it I just kind of like wrote it out as a story, and he put it like into the verses and chorus and everything. Um but yeah, I was kind of proud of it for my first song.
It is a great song, and I fell in love with it the first time I actually heard it and played it on the radio as well.
Thank you.
Between obviously releasing Like a Bullet and doing When the Sun Sets, how much of a change was it for you to write your own music?
um I found it a lot easier writing just by myself. Um because once I've got a lyric down, then I can just base the rest of the song off of what I have. Um, but doing co-writes, it's always good to do co-writes. Um, but I do find it a lot easier writing by myself sometimes.
When you say uh, writing your own lyrics, do you find yourself sitting in the corner with a notepad, or when you're out with friends or something like that?
Uh, I normally just I'll have my guitar in my hand, and I'll probably just be like practicing a song. Um, and then if I get a lyric into my head, I'll write it down. And then if I can write some more, I'll write some more. But if not, I'll just leave it in my notes in my phone. Um, Even whenever I'm out with friends, and if they say something that's I think should be a good song lyric, I'll write it down in my notes. Or if I see something, I'll always write it down in my notes in my phone, and then I'll go back to it and finish it off.
You said you obviously love to do co-writing. Is there anyone that you would like to work with in the future?
There's quite a lot of people that I've reached out to. I did a co-write with Jay Tellewell back in February. Um, and I did like doing that co-write because it was my first one kind of after a co-wrote with Mick, and she did it a lot differently. But I liked how she did it. But I would also like to do a couple of co-writes with um Gary Quinn. We're trying to like sort out our time schedules to match up. And there was an American artist who was over whenever I was playing country in the afternoon, Jeremy McComb. So I would quite like to do a couple of co-writes with him as well.
I think that'd be amazing. You mentioned Jade Halliwell. She's from West Yorkshire, am I right?
Yeah.
Believe it or not, we're actually from the same part of the world, if anything. Because I've only been up in Scotland for 10 years.
Oh, really?
I was originally born in West Yorkshire and then lived down in Essex for a few years and then zigzagged all the way back up to Scotland back in late 2013. And I have to admit, I have never looked back since because I don't think I would have got half the opportunities that I would have done down there that I did get up here.
Mhm. I do love Scotland, but the weather puts me off sometimes.
Oh, I know what you mean. I can understand entirely. Okay. And you've also, what was it like when you played at Country to Country in Glasgow?
Oh, it was amazing. This year was my second year. I did it last year as well. Both years was absolutely amazing. They weren't letting any more people in this year, because it was completely full. But there were still people outside listening and singing the words back. Um, and all the going into the arena and seeing all the bigger artists is just amazing as well. That's where I want to be. That's what I'm aiming to be.
If it was someone new on the bill that hadn't been to country, what would be your advice?
Sorry?
I was saying, what if it was somebody new on the bill at Country to Country? What would be your advice to them?
Uh, just don't be nervous, because all the fans that go to country concerts are all just so welcoming, and they will all support you.
Good advice there to people
Mm.
in the future. So what's next for you?
I've got a couple of festivals coming up. Obviously I've got my headline show this weekend, on Saturday, which is completely sold out. I've got my single release on Friday as well. I've got Buckle and Boots next weekend. BCMA Fan Fest in July. British Country Music Festival in September, and the South Wales Country Music Festival in November. I've got a whole load of other things as well coming up. But I also have another headline show in October. That's October 7th. And tickets are on sale now. They are going fast. All the early bird tickets have sold out. So if you want your tickets, go get them. It's in audio. So it'll be a good night.
Yeah, I mean, it's a shame I won't be able to get to see you on Saturday because it would have been a nice change from being in work. But maybe October I'll hopefully get across.
Yeah.
For anyone who wants to find you, whether it's on social media or on places like Spotify, where can they do that?
They can head over to my website, www.robynred.co.uk, or you can find me on all social medias under Robyn Red Official.
That's fantastic. Look forward to playing your song on tomorrow night's show and wish you all the best, Robyn.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Take care.
Bye.